Hey everyone, it is Ujo here, and today I'm going to be talking about why you can't finish what you started. So, have you ever been in a situation where you're super motivated, right? You to do a thing, you get super motivated, you set a goal, you start doing the thing, whatever it is, right? And then it's working, right? You're consistent for like a week or two. Then you start to kind of fall off a little bit. And then you kind of fall off all the way. You just kind of stop altogether, right? Let me know if you've experienced that. Have you ever experienced that? I know I have. I have definitely been that person. Let me know if this is something that you've experienced. Is this something that continues to be a habit that you keep noticing, a cycle of like you start something and then you kind of fall off and then you kind of stop doing it and then it just it's this vicious cycle. I see this happen all the time with clients that I've worked with, clients that I currently work with. I experience this, so it's not something that is exclusive to a certain type of folk, right? It's very common, and I want to talk about that part. Like, why does that happen? Why do we fall off? Why do we not finish the thing? What is that? What does that mean? Why is it happening? So I'm going to share 3 reasons why you might be struggling to finish what you start. And I would love for you to let me know in the comments. If you're watching the replay, be sure to post #replay. And let me know which one of these reasons resonate with you. And if none of them do, let me know like what your experience has been. So the first reason why most people don't finish what they start is that motivation high, I like to call it, right? You get really high on the motivation. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. You get hyped up and that starts to fade. And that can happen anywhere from like the 2-week mark to, even into like the 30-day mark, right? 2 to 4 weeks, right? I tend to see that where it starts to, you're just like, oh, wait a minute. This isn't exciting anymore. The thrill of that goal that you wanted to accomplish, that thing that you wanted to start doing, it starts to fade. You start to lose that thrill. It's not as exciting. It starts to become tedious. You're like, why did I start doing this again? And you just lost interest because you're no longer excited about it. And a common misconception is that you're supposed to stay excited throughout the whole thing. Like excitement is supposed to just carry you through the duration of this goal that you're trying to reach, this task that you want to accomplish. And the truth is that your excitement for it will fade. Your emotions around the thing that you want to do, and even just getting to the end point, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster. You're going to have an ebb and flow of emotions when it comes to the process of getting to the destination, which is accomplishing the task, reaching the goal, whatever it is, right? And if you are watching this, whether you're watching live or watching the replay, and you have a specific goal that you're wanting to reach and you're kind of experiencing this, let me know in the comments. So one of the things here is you have to look beyond just being excited about it. That's not enough. And I see this happen over and over again. And and there's nothing wrong with being excited or motivated. That's usually the thing that ignites that decision making. But you have to look beyond the thrill of the decision that you're making or getting to that point. Because it's not about reaching the destination. That's one very small point of it. It's about the process to get there. And that process is not always fun. That process might feel a little boring. But if you start to understand that, okay, I have I'm really motivated, I'm really excited, or I'm determined to accomplish this task, reach this goal. That's one part of it, right? You have to understand that first, and then go into looking at what is the process? What are the steps it's going to take for me to get there? What is that? You have to start looking at the process, because that's going to be the thing that you need to have build momentum towards. And that kind of leads me into the second reason. So the first reason I shared is you start to lose the thrill. That motivation high starts to fade. The second reason why you might struggle to finish what you started is because what you have set yourself out to do, it's not sustainable based on your current routine, your current lifestyle. You start this thing, but you stop your life. You stop everything that you typically do to do this thing for like 1 or 2 weeks or 30 days, right? You have to literally stop everything or rearrange everything you're doing. And then you realize it's not sustainable. And then it becomes overwhelming. You get frustrated. And then you start to fall off. You start to do it less. You're just like, oh, I can't keep up. And I see this happen a lot as well. And this is where I often encourage people, I encourage my clients to start to slow things down a bit, especially with like fitness and on the fitness side of things, or wanting to change things with your health, wanting to just have this kind of revamp your body, your health, wellness. I see this a lot in that space. You don't have to go all in the beginning. I often encourage you not to go all in. And by going all in, I'm meaning, okay, let me just stop everything that I'm doing and let me go to the gym 7 days a week. If you have not been to the gym once a week on a regular basis for at least, at least 3 to 6 months. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Now, there are some people out there that's what it takes for them, right? And they can sustain the whole thing. For most people, that shit don't work. That shit is not sustainable. You have to start where you are. And if you are going from not doing the thing, right? No matter what it is, any goal that you have, if you've never done it before, and then you're stopping everything you're doing to go all in, okay, it's going to, usually within that 2-week mark to 30-day mark, it starts to fall off. You start to fade. It's just like, no, okay, this is exhausting. And then if you add in that first reason that I mentioned, that motivation, that thrill starts to fade, and you're getting into the weeds of the process of it, you're just like, mm-mm. So what I would encourage you to do is to start slow but steady. Start with setting aside time to do whatever it is, 1 to 2 days a week. I typically recommend twice a week. Set aside 2 days out the week versus 6 to 7 days, because that's not going to be sustainable if you're going from zero, right? And what this allows you to do when you start, because you can have that motivation in the beginning, like, oh yeah, I want to do this, but it's like, no, remember the process. It's going to take longer for you to establish the habit that's going to keep you moving towards that goal for the long term. And oftentimes, if you have a goal, you have to look at, is this something that is just a quick fix, or is this something that I'm wanting to do that's going to lead towards lifelong change? So that's another thing to think about. Now, with that, this leads me to the third reason. And let me know if you have any questions. Post them in the comments. If you're watching the replay, post #replay, and let me know which one of these reasons do you resonate with the most? What are you currently experiencing when it comes to finishing what you've started? So when it comes to the third reason, when you start to hit that roadblock, you start to get to a point where you either start to lose confidence in your ability to follow through. And then it's like, oh, well, I'm not going to, it's not going to happen anyway. You start to doubt yourself. And so you kind of give up, or you have not found the right support system to keep you on the right track. And so support system can come in many ways. At the end of the day, it has to stem from you, right? You have to be that person that's like, okay, I'm dedicated to doing this. But you also have to look at where are the areas where you are, how do you need support? In what way do you need support? And sometimes you're looking in the wrong place. So you can very much want your family to be a part of your journey for whatever it is, whatever the goal is. Okay, I see this happen a lot too. You can want your family to support you. Your family can love you, but they might not get it and not know how. They just will encourage you. They might, right? It might be friends, and you're wanting support from them in a way that they actually can't provide, or they don't know how to provide for you. And so that's an opportunity for you to look at who is doing the thing that I am wanting to do, who has already done it and has surpassed the goal that I'm trying to get to. What communities, there's Facebook groups, there are programs out there, there's coaches out there, you might have a neighbor that's wanting to do that same thing, right? So don't just assume that the people that love you and that you surround yourself with are going to be the actual support system that you need to move you into that process, to keep you on track. So sometimes we depend too much on a group or a person that really is not the right fit for what you're trying to do, right? Family just want you to be happy. Like, just be happy and hey, I support you. They support you in energy and love, but they might not necessarily know how to support you in keeping you accountable. So you have to start looking at, well, what do I need in order to be more accountable? Where am I struggling? Is it lack of awareness of what that next step is? Do you know you get to a point where you start to doubt yourself and you need somebody to motivate you and just reassure you? Do you need guidance? And what exactly do I need to do? How do I get over this hump? Whatever that is, right? This is an opportunity for you to look at, okay, where do I keep getting stuck? Where is that stopping point? Do you tend to be the person where it's at the 2-week mark, then you start to fall off? Is it the 30-day mark where you start to fall off? Where is that point for you? And what tends to happen? So start looking at that if this is a cycle for you. And this can happen in any area of your life. So it can be fitness, wellness related, spiritual related, personal growth, career, money, organizing your house. It don't matter what it is. So let me know which of those 3 reasons resonate with you. I'm going to hop into these comments and see if there are any questions. Hey, Lana. Hey, Charmaine. Oh, you're having technical difficulties. Okay, hopefully you can catch the replay. Hey, G.I. Juliet, welcome. So be sure to let me know in the comments if you're watching the replay, post #replay, and let me know which one of the reasons that I shared with you today resonate the most. And if you want to connect with me, you can do so on my website. You can head over to ujowajet.com and connect with me there. And I will be popping on here again next week. Hey, Nosi, welcome. You caught me right at the end here of this video where I'm talking about 3 reasons why you might struggle with finishing what you started. So be sure to let me know, and I will see you all next week. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.